Hey guys, it's Jake, and welcome back to my channel. I have been using the MetaQuest 3 for a month now, and in this video I'm going to be giving an overview of it, comparing it against the Quest 2, and sharing my thoughts on it. Let's jump in. Let's start with the overall design. We're looking at a 40% slimmer form factor compared to the Quest 2. It's not as bulky and there's way more weight distribution. And this is made possible by the pancake lenses that are in here that allow for a resolution of 2064 by 2208 per eye. The feature that sticks out the most on the Quest 3 are the three pillars. The left and right pillars are black and white infrared sensors, and the middle pillar is a depth sensor. These sensors, in addition to the usual standard cameras, help achieve color pass-through in the headset's mixed reality functionality. The Quest 3 runs on the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 SoC, which has twice the graphics performance of the original XR2 chip found in the Quest 2. So taking a look at the new Quest 3 controllers, known as the Touch Plus controllers, we can tell that there is no tracking ring on these ones like there is on the Quest 2 controllers. But however, tracking's still done the same way, but this allows for a much cleaner setup. And there's also better haptics in the Quest 3 controllers. You think of it as HD Rumble, like on the Switch, but for the Quest Touch controllers. That's what they feel like to me. So looking at the I/O, it's pretty much the same as Quest 2. You've got your typical USB-C port for charging and data, including Quest Link, which we'll go over later. And then over here, they moved it over here, you've got your typical headphone jack for spatial headphone audio. And on the back, you've got your volume control, as well as the depth adjustment, which is awesome to see. On the Quest 2, it was software based. It's awesome to see a hardware based one. Loving that. So yeah, going into my thoughts for the MetaQuest 3, it's definitely a really cool headset. I really enjoyed going into mixed reality. The color pass-through has greatly improved. Compared to the black and white pass-through that we have in the Quest 2. I think that helps with the mixed reality. And so right now there isn't much for mixed reality. There wasn't many apps, but I feel like, I imagine moving forward, we're gonna see a lot more support for that. And yeah, I really enjoyed, messing around with the mixed reality. I spent putting the dishes away, in mixed reality while watching a Last Texas video. That was really cool. Being able to move the UI, basically blending the real world with the virtual world. I think that's really cool. But it's not perfect though. When you set up a Guardian, you do have to rescan everything if you change anything in that physical environment. And that can be a pain. But overall, the mixed reality I think is really, really cool, and I'm really enjoying it. Moving on to the classic virtual reality functionality, you do have the full Quest 2 library that you can access from the Quest 3. Everything's backwards compatible. Developers can take advantage of the new graphics performance in their existing apps, and I've really enjoyed using VR chat, Meta Horizon Worlds, Blade and Sorcery. I'm really looking forward to Asgard's Wrath and Assassin's Creed Nexus. Those are going to be fantastic games. They're going to run so good on the Quest 3, I hope. And because of that graphics performance, things do run a lot smoother on existing apps. So apps that are optimized for the Quest 2 will run even better on the Quest 3 without any code changes. And those who are wondering, yes, the Quest 3 does still have Quest Link, so you'll be able to access all of your PC VR games and software through this. It works the same way as a Quest 2. It even has it still has the same menu as a Quest 2 within Quest Link. So and I've had a lot of, it's awesome. And yeah, I've tried a couple times. I've had a lot of really good fun. I've had a lot of fun playing R-Factor too. I've been getting back into that, doing some sim racing. It runs really well. Runs really well on the Quest 3. I think overall, I think it's good. It's good to have that much versatility in this kind of headset. On the subject of that versatility, let's go into the pros and cons of this headset, or at least my pros and cons. Starting with, the versatility. So I think it's really cool compared to the Quest 2 to have mixed reality, virtual reality, standalone, and PC VR all in the same headset. That's insane amount of flexibility. There's also the increased resolution that the Quest 3 lenses have. They look way better than the Quest 2s. And then going on to the cons, the hand tracking is a little buggy. It works, but it's a little buggy. Especially, it depends on like what kind of light environment you're in, and then that sort of thing. And I think the worst con here is probably the battery life. Depending on how you use it, the battery life can be kind of a disappointment. I was able to get maybe an hour out of it playing, about an hour out of it playing VR chat. So use it with care, use it with caution. Just keep an eye on the battery, that kind of thing. So, is the Quest 3 worth it? Absolutely. If you're willing to pay the somewhat reasonable price point for either the 128 gig model or the 512 gig model, I think it's definitely worth either of those price points. Being able to connect with everyone, in the metaverse, and I think it's great to see that we're getting we have another iteration of that accessibility to the metaverse. And yeah, that's kind of the end of this video. So yeah, if you like the video, feel free to hit the like button, helps out a ton. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for future videos. And if you want to check out, and I do have an unboxing video of this headset that you can view. I'll put that down in the link below. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Is this something that would interest you? Let me know your thoughts about about the Quest 3 in the comments. And yeah, this has been Jake. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Have a good one.